Okay, so I am back and I have a new bunch of poems that I'm going to share. These are poems that have been inspired by clients that I've worked with, written specifically for, like today was the first one I did, specifically written for a client who he was in a management position and still some of his stuff would come up. He had a stammer. And we worked together to help reduce that so that he could share his voice more confidently because he wasn't speaking up for what he knew he needed to say at work. And some of the poems are written from my experience, which I know is some that I share with some of my clients. The point of these is so that those of you who maybe lead teams and you are a naturally confident person and you don't think about why people wouldn't speak up. And maybe you've got people in your teams who you think, oh God, they never say anything. So some of these poems, which there's about 25 or so at the moment, either written or work in progress, and I'm going to release them on a Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. That's my intention. Please hold me to it. I wish to share these with you so that you can have an idea of how some people who you know might be feeling, and maybe you could take some of the tips and techniques to give them a voice. And this is also, of course, for those of you out there who feel this way, maybe people pleasing or imposter syndrome, or there's anxiety or whatever it is that might be going on for you as to reasons why you either don't speak in public or speak up or share your ideas, thoughts, feelings, opinions, or, and especially this one is a big one, you find it difficult to speak about yourself positively. I've got a whole one about that, which is about it not being arrogant. But today we're starting with the first poem that I wrote for a client, and it's called 13 No More. I'm going to be reading these poems because learning all of these poems is just a little bit excessive. So, I am no longer 13 anymore. When, if I would speak, I knew the score. If I stammered or stuttered or stumbled with words, the outcome was worse than just not being heard. The taunting and teasing and acts diabolical, hit to the stomach, not metaphorical. In the toilets, the bullies would beat me with glee. So to speak was not safe for 13-year-old me. I carried the pain as something to hold, a truth not to be told, a truth to take with me for fear or shame, misplacing the blame. But the truth is, I'm no longer 13 years old. If I share my thoughts now, I won't likely be hit or laughed at or taunted. But the tricky bit is that 13-year-old me still lives here, close by, and there in my belly, my beliefs, my mind. My life has been so much more than he dreamed, my reality beyond his perceived expectations, but he doesn't know that. And when I find myself in some situations, whenever I go to speak my mind or embrace the position, which is now my life, up he pops. And in his desire to protect me, I'm rendered uncertain, defensive, go wobbly. But his protection is something I no longer need. So before I speak, I gently ask him to leave. And as 13-year-old me closes the door, I remind him, it's okay. We're 13 no more. So that was the first of these client poems that I wrote. This was several years ago. And at the end there, that was one of the exercises that I use with my clients, where we allow ourselves to detach the experiences, thoughts, feelings, belief. I mean, this client had actual physical ramifications when he used to speak with a stammer, but that's not the same for everyone. Sometimes it's the thoughts, the reactions that a younger us believes will happen if we share our voice. So that little bit at the end there was that one of my exercises that I share in inviting, when we know we're going into situations where it's difficult to speak, you can invite that younger version of you just to step out. They don't have to come in. Right? You don't want a 13-year-old in a management team meeting. They'd be bored to hell. So that is poem number one. I will be sharing again on Friday. I will make time. I'm at an event all day Friday, but these things are possible. So if you like the poems, if they resonate with you, please share them if you think they'll be useful to other people. Let me know in the comments if there's something that has resonated with you. And of course, if you are feeling like you're ready to step forward and move through and past whatever your vocal confidence challenge might be, then feel free to reach out, connect, and let's see what I have that I offer that can be useful for you. Take care, and I'll see you soon with the next poem.